Hey everyone, Mike here, and today we're taking a look at the Asus VivoBook S200, also known as the Asus VivoBook X202 in the US. This is Asus's new 11.6-inch affordable mini laptop, starting at around $550 and running Windows 8. The VivoBook S200 is not really an ultrabook, but comes extremely close to one. That's because its nearly 22mm thick case is a tiny bit outside Intel's requirements for an ultrabook. Still, this is a compact and good-looking portable laptop that only weighs about 1.4 kilos. It also feels sturdy and properly built for life on the road. The aluminum-dressed lid cover is quite stiff and does not bend easily, while the bottom is covered in this soft plastic that provides proper grip when grabbing the laptop. Down here, there's only a cooling grill in the middle of the underbelly and the speakers on the sides, as the battery and internals are encased and not very easy to access or remove. While not as thin as the 11.6-inch Asus ZenBook X201E, the VivoBook S200 offers enough space on the sides for a complete set of ports. On the left it packs the PSU, an Ethernet port, a full-size HDMI and two USB ports, plus a Kensington lock. On the right you'll find the VGA video output, another USB, the headphone microphone jack and a card reader that still can take an entire SD card, but don't forget this is a compact laptop. Lifting the lid cover, you'll notice a silver aluminum covered interior and a glossy bezel around the screen that seems to be made from some sort of metal as well. The screen and the black edges around it are covered in hardened glass, and if you're wondering what's the point of these rather large edges, well, it's simple. Windows 8 needs them in order to perform most of its bundled gestures. The display itself is just average, as the S200 packs an LED backlit TN panel with 1366 by 768 pixel resolution. But on an 11.6-inch screen, the images and even the texts are fairly sharp. Yes, the viewing angles aren't impressive, and yes, the glossy coating is going to be a pain when using the laptop outside, but as long as you'll keep the S200 mostly indoors, you'll be fine with its screen. Oh, and did I mention this is a touchscreen? Well, it is, as most Windows 8 laptops are going to pack one, but it's not convertible or swivelable or anything like this. No, the S200 is just a regular laptop, but with a touchscreen that you can use with your fingers or with a stylus. The black chiclet keyboard and the white trackpad are actually quite good. The keyboard is not backlit, but the keys are firm and offer proper feedback, thus typing on the S200 is an overall pleasant experience. The trackpad is accurate and responsive most of the time, plus it works fine with the gestures added by Windows 8. However, it tends to miss fast and gentle taps more often than you'd like, which can get a bit annoying. All in all, the Asus VivoBook S200 offers the looks and the overall quality you'd expect from ultrabooks, but for almost half the cost. That's why I'm pretty sure many of you will love it. But let's dig a little deeper before drawing conclusions. Asus plans to offer the S200 in a bunch of hardware configurations. Our tested unit comes with an Intel Ivy Bridge Core i3-3217U processor, integrated Intel HD graphics, 4GB of RAM and a 500GB hard drive plus Windows 8. Overall, the laptop felt snappy while performing daily tasks, either in Metro or in desktop mode. In fact, with Windows 8 and the touchscreen, you're going to spend a lot of time actually scrolling between Metro apps and swiping and touching things around. I'm not going to tell you that many things about Windows 8 in this particular clip, but I will show you some of the basic functions and gestures implemented by the new Microsoft OS. Yes, you'll need some time to adapt to them, but in the end I believe you'll like them. Oh, and if you fear you'll have smudges and fingerprints all over your screen, well, yes, there's no way past those, but you can always use the laptop without actually touching the display if you want to. With Windows 8 you get two sets of apps. The regular ones you already use from your old Windows computers that you install and use in desktop mode, but also the touch-friendly Metro apps available from the Windows Store. Right now there aren't many, but the guys at Microsoft are working on improving their ecosystem. In the end, the Asus VivoBook S200 we tested here can deal just fine with your daily activities like browsing, editing documents and presentations, watching movies, listening to music and so on. It can even deal quite well with some light games and even more demanding pieces of software like video or photo editors. However, don't forget that this laptop is not really meant for that, so don't expect too much out of this Core i3 hardware platform. More details about the specs, performances and some benchmarks are also available in the written review, so make sure you have a look at that one as well. I've linked it in the description below. While most 11.6-inch laptops tend to get either noisy or hot when pushed, the S200 does not. Yes, you'll hear the fan spinning and the hard drive cranking from time to time, but that's normal. And the laptop does get warm on its underbelly, but it never gets uncomfortable to hold in your lap. The speakers are for sure loud, while the sound quality isn't that shabby either. Still, don't expect anything spectacular. These are after all just some tiny laptop speakers. The webcam on top does a decent job as well, but unless there's enough light in the room, the images will quickly get grainy. And as a final detail, the Asus S200 packs a decent Broadcom wireless module that also adds Bluetooth, so connectivity wise the VivoBook is alright, although there's no Wi-Fi like on many of the more expensive ultrabooks out there. There's a rather small 2-cell 38 Wh battery inside the Asus VivoBook S200, and that's going to be enough for about 3, maybe 4 hours of everyday use based on your activities, which isn't exactly stellar, but it's not that bad either. I did like the compact power brick though, with a long cable suitable for a laptop designed for life on the road. The exact Asus VivoBook we tested here starts right now at around $550 in the US and about 500 euros in Europe, but I expect the prices to drop a bit in the next weeks. A slightly cheaper version is also going to be available, packing an Intel Celeron processor for about $500 to $100 less. But I wouldn't go for it unless I'm on a really tight budget, as it's going to be quite slow. All in all, the Asus VivoBook S200, or the VivoBook X202 as you might know it in your country, is definitely a laptop you should consider. It packs the looks and the build quality of an ultrabook alongside a touchscreen, plus offers decent performances and alright battery life, all for around $500. And yes, you can get other good laptops for the same kind of money, but if you want something light and highly portable that can still deal fine with your everyday requirements, you're not going to find many other laptops that can stand next to this Asus. And this pretty much sums up our video review for the Asus VivoBook S200. Don't forget to check the written review as well for some extra details. I've linked it in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. But in the meantime, I'd like to know what you guys think about the VivoBook S200 and whether you find it a good buy or not. So please leave your replies below. Bye!